Welcome everyone to another Vinyasa class for this new week, new day, new week. What to say? Don't know. I don't want to write too much, but it's pretty important to come back to basics. Just make sure that everyone's got the microphone muted. Mute. Here we go. So, yeah, I think we need to get back to the basics. We can start with a little meditation. Even if you don't have a meditation practice, just taking comfortable seats, just listening for a moment, and just try to really meditation. What it does is that it really teaches us to stay calm amongst the chaos, so that you can think clearly and not get affected by all this noise. So again, coming back to basics, you might have heard me a while back saying that the breath is the only thing that you haven't really have, and that so far they will not take that away from you. Looks like few things, events might start to contradict what I've been saying. So what's very important when you step on your mat is that really what we do with all these yogic practices or personal practices, whatever you want to call that, is that you trying to reclaim your power. Right? There's a lot of things out there, external things that take your power away, like all the social and cultural conditioning that shape your mind and get you to act in certain ways. It's really important that you reclaim your power and just stay in power. So the breath, most important things that you have, well, it's still truly use, and you just have to make sure that you really reclaim this power and use it. Can you hear me okay? I can see Denny's touching the computer or something. I'm not sure if you can hear me okay. I hope you can. Dennis, I can see you. Give me the thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Yeah, can hear me okay. All right. So the breath, again, is very important. And just a few things that I would like to say on the breath. Again, breath is simply just life. You can go without food for weeks. You can go without water for days. But really, you can only go without breath for just a few minutes, maybe depending on people, but around 3 minutes, really. 2-3 minutes. If you don't have breath, you're just gone, your body is gone. I think it's very simple. You know, you can strip away the food, the water, you get by, you know, it depends on your environment, humidity in the air, whatever. But the breath is just simply primordial. You can't go without the breath. So whatever you do, you want to be able to breathe and breathe fresh air. So there's a few things So I don't know if you remember, maybe your mom probably coming in the morning, and when you were maybe sleeping in when you were young and partying or whatever, and just opening your window. Oh, get some fresh air in there. So I sleep with my window open because when you're enclosed in a room, 8 hours or however long you sleep, you're breathing out CO2, carbon dioxide. This is what you breathe out when you exhale. And this is not what you want to breathe in. I don't know if I'm making myself very clear here. You don't want to breathe in carbon dioxide. What you want to be breathing in, fresh air, is prana, oxygen, right? I think everyone knows that from just simple common sense things from school that you might have learned and just purely experience, right? When you're in, you walk in a room with stored air full of carbon dioxide, you just feel it, it's not good, you don't breathe. So maybe if you have insomnia or things like this, consider, getting an extra blanket and get just a bit of maybe, it doesn't need to be right open completely if it's cold, but just a little bit so that there's a little bit of air circulation so that you get some of this fresh air coming from outside with oxygen. So you let the carbon dioxide out, right? Likewise, if you have plants in your bedroom, I have plants, but not in my bedroom. No, I don't have any plant in my bedroom. No, it's nice, but not in your bedroom, because what happens is that plants, it's a bit like us, detoxifying overnight. Plants create CO2 overnight. So if you have plants in your bedroom, they just charge the air with CO2, and it's not good for your breathing, right? So you want to be able to breathe fresh air, right? So you make out of this whatever you want. I've been teaching for some time now, and what I notice is that people just kind of doing their own thing, whatever they want, whatever they believe. Hopefully you believe and do what's really right for you. So that said, I'm not going to brag for too much longer. We're going to get some movement with breathing, but I'd like to start with the most important breath that you can do, especially right at this time, depending on how you're going to be taking the events, is Kapalbhati. So Kapalbhati is often confused by a lot of people with breath of fire. Breath of fire is fine as well. It will help to expel all the crap out and bring in some fresh oxygen. But I think Kapalbhati, where you don't worry about the inhale because it just happens automatically, but you just expel the air out. So you're expelling the carbon dioxide out of your system. So I think if you go shopping or whatever, you're probably going to be bringing more CO2 in your system, which is not good for the immune system, if that rings any bell. This is not good for the nervous system either. I mean, we made in some way that we expel the carbon dioxide, so we expel it, not to breathe it back in, store air, and so that you can let oxygen in and in your body to nourish your organs, your system. So this works for your brain. So use it, please. It works for all your systems. So the organs, digestive system, the heart. So this is the cardiovascular system. This has implications on the immune system, the nervous system. It's just for your general health. Again, very simple. So Kapalbhati, how it works, you can place your right hand on top of your left, and you just, sometimes I see some people thinking that you need to have your hands on your abdomen and they're up here and you can't breathe like this. There's a lot of things that, you know, clog and you can't breathe. So you just want to be relaxed. So you just let your hands relax, rest on your thighs. So soften into your elbows, shoulders are relaxed, so neck is long, so you don't hunch up, you can breathe. Face is relaxed. You can even give it a smile, give a smile. You will see if you give a smile to people when you go out, it's always very appreciated. Smile. And so we just expel the air out the nostrils, short, sharp exhalations using the navel. So just contracting the navel in towards the spine. So just like so. So we go for 3 rounds of 10. If you have any, there's always contraindications. Obviously, if you have very specific health conditions like stomach ulcers or any issues in the stomach, high blood pressure, you've had heart operation, that you might want to just refrain to do a normal breathing, just a slow deep breath in and out through the nose. Otherwise, we get started for 3 rounds of 10, going nice and easy on your first round. If you have difference of pressure in the ears, you can slow down or stop for normal breathing. Otherwise, if you don't have any problem, you can just keep going and just expel the air out, getting rid of the CO2. Now, getting started, you take a deep breath in through the nose and then you start pumping. Once you reach 10, you exhale the air out, keeping your eyes closed. Taking a deep breath in and out, just letting the breath return to normal. Few breaths so that you can feel into your body. Notice what you feel in the body, in the mind, your thought levels, state of mind. And if you feel fine, we're going for second round. Deep inhale in through the nose, and you get pumping. Using the navel. Couple of normal breath. Again, just feeling into the body. Getting ready for our last round, maybe going a bit stronger if you can go for it. Deep breath in through the nose and get pumping. Relaxing the breath. Just notice your state of mind, what this breath brings about in the body, maybe some tingling, vibration, electrical currents. This is prana flowing throughout the body. As we activate the breath from forcing the exhale, you feel it in your shoulders, arms, cheeks, temples. Absolutely normal. This is just activating the prana to move throughout the body. When the prana moves throughout the body, it helps to nourish each and every cell of your body by bringing the oxygen into your cells. We'll open up the practice with one deep Om chant. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Nice and slow, you can open your eyes. We get started so we can come to the top of the mat. Often people ask me how I get such a long Om chant. This is very simple. I've been practicing pranayama, breath practice like the one that we did Kapalbhati for quite some years, and just simply this helps to increase your breathing capacity and keeps my nervous system in check and immune system in check. So let's get started. By the way, the Om chant is one of the best things to meditate. Use your breath. And as I mentioned a while back, it also works very deeply on the vagus nerve, which helps to keep your immune system in check. So we'll start top of the mat, feet together to get some movements. Standing tall in Tadasana, shoulders relaxed. You can bring your hands in prayer position and we keep working with the breath. As I mentioned, breath most important, so you can start to connect with your Ujjayi breath. So regular, deep, slow inhales in through the nose, into the back of the throat, back out, throat and the nose. Next inhale, stretching your arms up, looking up, nice and easy, opening your arms as you exhale. Folding forward, you can bend into your knees at the start, protecting your lower back, nice and easy, just be gentle on your body. Stepping your right leg back, drop your knee, point your toes. You're going to bring your hands on your knee, just so that you can sort of start to push a little bit with your hands, shoulders back, so opening throughout the chest. And see if you can slightly come back, so pushing onto your front foot and come back so that you can be more right up, taking your tailbone slightly under so that you feel your lower ribs going in. So you don't want to be slouching too much, especially at the start until we warm up. Nice and slow, you can start to rebend a bit into your front knee, but keeping that tailbone slightly tucked under, so lower back is long, the whole spine is nice and long, shoulders are relaxed. Slowly releasing, bringing your hands to the floor, and you can stretch your hips back for Ardha Hanuman, flexing your toes, nice and easy, so keeping your knee bent at the start. Coming back, rebend into your front knee, planting your hands, you can bring your left knee to meet the right. Nice and slow, we start with an easy vinyasa. See if you can start arching into your spine, protracting your shoulders. So shoulders are away from the ears, elbows pointing back as you start bending into the elbows and bringing your chest, forehead to the floor, abdomen all the way down to the floor, point your toes. As you inhale, lift your chest using your back muscles. Ardha Bhujangasana, nice and easy onto your back, so only going as far as comfortable for your own back, but use your back muscles. Slowly releasing, you tuck your toes under, pushing onto your hands, stretching your hips back and up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, your down dog. Soft bend into your knees, so being gentle, honoring what your body feels today, any stiffness, any limitations of your own, always honoring the body, being kind, compassion towards yourself, not just others. You can walk your dog for a moment, bending one knee after the other. Your heels don't have to touch. If they don't, that's fine. Just really feeling into the body. What's important is to start really pushing onto your hands so that you stretch from your index finger through your shoulders all the way up to your hips. So we're looking at really stretching the hips back and up. Armpits are working towards the knees, towards the feet, towards the ground. Nice and slowly. Next inhale, you can start to come over your wrists, your hands looking forward between your hands, stepping your right foot forward. So look where you want to put your foot, dropping your back knee. point your toes, planting your left hand, and you can inhale, right arm up. Nice, easy little twist. Slowly you can release. Framing your front foot, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, still with your knees bent if you need to. Inhale, rising all the way up, pressing your feet into the earth, palms together. And as you exhale, you release, hands back down to your heart. And we keep working with the breath, flowing with the breath. As you inhale, sweep your arms up, lengthen into the front of the body. As you exhale, folding forward. Nice and easy, soften into your knees. Now this time stepping your left leg back, we take the other side. Again, hands onto your knee. Again, check this alignment. So reach back with your left hip. Again, tucking the tailbone slightly under. So you want to be feeling your core engaging. So lower ribs in, relaxing into the shoulders. So feeling that the spine is nice and long, neck is long. See if you can keep that alignment and rebend into your front knee slightly. You don't want to be slouching with your abdomen and your hips down too much. You want to activate in your pelvic floor, squeezing your inner thighs, the whole core muscles as you bend or rebend into your front knee. And then slowly releasing, hands onto the floor, stretching your hips back, Ardha Hanuman, flexing your toes. So you want to make sure that your hips are nice and squared and keeping your spine as straight as possible. So the knee doesn't need to be completely straight. If it's still bent, what's important is that you keep your spine nice and straight and you start working towards bending into the knee. Rebending, planting your hands, right knee to meet the left, going through that easy vinyasa. Again, keep protracting your shoulders so it's easier when you have your knees down. So shoulders away from the ears, elbows pointing back off the floor, coming all the way down, point your toes, inhale, Ardha Bhujangasana, or maybe already working into your full Bhujangasana if you feel ready. Again, shoulders away from the ears. Slowly you can release, tucking your toes, finding Adho Mukha Svanasana, your down dog. Again, check your alignment, making sure that your index fingers are pointing forward, parallel to each other. So you have a nice, strong grounding with your hands, not just your feet. Again, looking forward, so sending the energy where you want to put your foot, stepping right between your hands. You drop your knee, keeping your right hand onto the earth, inhaling, left arm up. So we twist from the hips, navel, so keep squeezing your thighs together. So your knee shouldn't be coming out. And as you exhale, you release, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. So you start working your forehead towards your shins. And as you inhale, you rise all the way up, palms together. Exhale, you release. And we keep working with the breath in through the nose, still going with your Ujjayi breath. Out through the nose, folding forward, fingertips to the floor. Again, knees bent as much as needed. As you inhale, flat back, offering the heart forward. As you exhale, you fold, stepping your right leg back, coming up into a high lunge. So anytime you feel this is too much, you can always bring your knee back down. Otherwise, pretty much the same alignment that we did before. So you can sort of straighten a little bit your front leg, bending a little bit into your back leg, just so that your hips square and you tuck your tailbone under. Shoulders are relaxed. Maybe bending into your front knee a bit more, but not losing the hips. Back legs straight. As you exhale, you release. Plant your hands, stepping back, chaturanga. If you want to build up on your vinyasa, just like we did before, shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, you can start bending into your elbows, bringing your knees down if you feel you need to. Inhaling, cobra or up dog. Exhale, using your core muscles, stretching back, down dog. Now inhaling, right leg up. Stretch it long, keep your hips nice and squared. As you exhale, looking forward between your hands, stepping your right foot between, keeping your left hand onto the floor. Inhaling, right arm up, coming into a twist, detox. Shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, you release. Stepping forward, inhale, flat back, halfway. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rising all the way up, hands together. Exhale, you release. And again, we keep working with the breath. We're gonna pick up a little bit the pace. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, you fold, softening over your hips. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, left leg back, rising up, high lunge. Again, keep your hips nice and squared, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, you release, plant your hands. Vinyasa, lowering all the way down. As you exhale, inhale, look up, rolling your eyes upwards. Exhale, use your core muscles, so navel in towards the spine to stretch back into your down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, stepping forward. Left arm up. Exhale, you release, stepping forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, you come all the way up. Exhale, you release. And again, inhale. Exhale. Keep using the breath. Inhale, lengthen, fill up your lungs. Exhale, empty. Right leg back. Arms up, high lunge. Nice and slow. The exhale, you release. Hands onto the floor, dropping your back knee, stretching back into Ardha Hanuman. This time, maybe keeping your legs straight if you can, flexing your toes, heart forward. Couple of breaths there. The inhale, coming back forward, planting your hands, stretching back, chaturanga, going through your vinyasa. The exhale, inhale, look up, exhale, stretch back, down dog. Inhaling, right leg up. This time you can bend your knee, stack your hips, so see if you can start opening into the front of the body, trying to keep your right shoulder down as much as possible. So keep bringing your right armpit down. See if you can reach towards your left with the right foot. Maybe keeping your left heel onto the floor, feeling that stretch onto the front of the right hip, ribs. Nice and slow. The exhale, you bring your knee to your chest, coming forward over your wrist, stepping forward. The inhale, you reach your right arm up. If you want to go further, see if you can maybe turn your right toes out and come onto the outside edge of your back foot. See if you can keep your hips up as much as possible, so you don't want to be dropping into your hips. Keep reaching up to the sky with your right hand so that you keep lifting the body. Nice and slow. The exhale, you release. Hand onto the floor, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Rising all the way up, hands together. Exhale, you release. Keep working with the breath as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthening into the legs, the spine. Exhale, soften at the hip level. Left leg back. Rise up, high lunge. Same alignment. Just one breath. The exhale, you release. Drop your back knee. Ardha Hanuman, flex your toes. Again, lengthen, so you want to push your hips back, heart forward. So the back is nice and flat as much as possible. Slowly releasing. Plant your hands, going through Vinyasa. Remember, you can always bring your knees down, making sure your shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale, look up, rolling your eyes upwards. Exhale, looking at your navel towards the spine. Inhaling, left leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips again, opening up into the side of the body. And you notice again your left shoulder always wants to pop up, so bring it down so you keep your shoulders parallel to the floor as much as possible. You feel more opening into the hip. Slowly exhale, knee to chest, stepping forward between your hands. Left arm up, so we come into twist. Nice detoxifying twist. Maybe going further, you turn your toes out to the side. Make sure you keep your hip up. Keep lifting, lengthening through to the heart, crown of the head. And then slowly releasing, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Now bending into your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, reaching your arms up. We're going to keep holding that for a few breaths. Maybe also doing Kapalbhati one more time, if you can. So short, sharp exhalations out the nose, using the abdomen. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Clench your hands. You can walk back or jump back if it's within your practice. Going through Vinyasa, lowering all the way down as you exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back. So we keep working with the breath, circulating the breath. So again, the exhale helps to clear out negative thoughts, all the gunk from the detoxifying of the body throughout the night. Bad gases that you don't want, toxins, waste, which is just normal production from the body. And the inhale brings more joy, nurturing with the oxygen, fresh air, fresh prana, the life force, which we need to live. Inhaling, right leg up again, see if you can bend your knees, stack your hips, maybe going a bit further this time if you feel a bit more open, but keep your shoulders nice and squared as much as possible. Maybe you can extend your leg and you keep reaching your toes towards the left. Maybe keeping that leg straight, see if you can reach your leg right up to the sky. And then exhale, bringing your knee to your chest, stepping forward. Again, we come into a twist, so nice and easy. You can either stay there or you can bring your toes out. Coming onto the outside edge of your back foot. Maybe you can come into Vashisthasana. If this is too much, you can always bring your left knee onto the floor, extending your right leg back, reaching your right arm up. You can stay there, or if you want to go further, maybe reaching your right leg up, bending into your right knee, placing your foot behind you, keeping your left leg straight, and you lift your hips. Maybe you can drop your head back. Hello, where are we? Just over there. Little hello, little smile, yes. Nice and slow, you return, right hand onto the floor, stretching your right leg back, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, you step forward. Left foot to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Bending to your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. We're going to take another round of Kapalbhati. Deep inhale as you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, clench your hands, walk back or jump back. Vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Stretch back, down dog. Again, inhaling, left leg up. Bend your knees, take your hips. See if you can open up, shoulders squared, and see if you can re-extend your left leg out to the right. Trying to keep the leg straight, deepening the opening into the left side of the body. And then you bring your leg right up to the back. Exhale, stepping forward, coming into your twist. Maybe going further, coming onto the outside edge of your back foot, maybe your full side plank, Vashisthasana. Keep lifting your hips, so you don't want to be dropping your hips. Maybe you can lift your left foot. Again, placing your foot behind, nice and easy. Lift your hips, dropping your head back. See if you can start arching into the spine, so reach your heart forward. Slowly returning, planting your left hand, stretch your left leg back, three-legged. Exhale, slipping forward. Right leg forward, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. As you exhale, you bring your hands in prayer position, you twist out to the right. Inhale, lengthening into the spine. Exhale, press your hands, twist one more, bringing out into the abdominals. As you inhale, arms back to the center. Exhale to the left. One breath. Keep your knees together, tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, falling forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands, walk back, jump back. Vinyasa, if you feel this is too much, you can skip the Vinyasa, straight into your down dog. Inhaling, right leg up. Stack your hips. See if you can open up a little bit more. And then very slowly control movement. See if you can open up a bit more. Maybe you can come onto your right fingertips, maybe hand off, placing your right foot behind you. Now this time you can bend into your left knee, parallel your feet, toes pointing back. And you reach your heart back, arching into your spine again, lifting your hips right up to the sky. Hello, very good. Nice and slow, use your core muscles. Right hand onto the floor, stretching your right leg back. Stepping forward, coming into your twist. Again, maybe you can go a bit further for side plank. Use your variation if you feel you need to, reaching your right leg up. Nice and slow, see if you can step all the way forward, keeping your right arm up. And as you exhale, you release. You're going to bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Spinning your back heel down, turning around towards the left, parallel your feet, hands under your shoulders. So you're facing the left side of your mat. And as you inhale, you lengthen into the spine, crown of the head forward. Exhale. Relaxing your shoulders. You can either stay there or if you want to go further, inhale again, lengthening, feeling the energy into your legs. And as you exhale, you can walk your hands back under your hips. Fingers pointing forward, aligned with your toes. Crown of the head is working towards the floor. Keep your elbows pointing back, 90-degree angle as much as possible. One more breath. Nice and slow as you inhale, coming back, hands under your shoulders, and you can turn your left toe, so we turn around towards the back of the mat, left hand to the inside of your left foot, inhaling, right arm up, side angle, a bit of a different twist, nice and slow as you exhale, you release, framing your front foot, which is now the left, coming onto the ball of your back foot, stretching your left leg back. We can take a vinyasa, either three-legged or four-legged, keeping your left leg up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back. Inhaling, right leg up. As you exhale, you step forward, right between your hands. Inhaling, coming up into a high lunge, arms up. As you exhale, opening out, warrior two, spin your back heel down, bending into your front knee. You can either stay there or maybe reverse, flipping your front arm, you reverse. Nice and slow, coming back to your warrior two. Turn your right toes in, and then you bring your heels in so that you shorten slightly your stance, coming into horse pose, bending into your knees. See if you can keep your knees out as much as possible, and you keep your thighs parallel to the floor as much as possible. You're going to bring your hands behind your neck, interlace your fingers. See if you can sink down a bit more. Inhale, lengthen into the spine. And as you exhale, you bring your right elbow to your right knee. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come to center. Extending your arms out. Again, you can parallel your feet, turning your left toes forward, warrior two. You can reverse one more. Inhaling, reaching back, staying light with your back hand on your back leg. As you exhale, windmill your arms down, stepping all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. Exhale, this time we twist to the left. Still smiling. One more round, we're almost there. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, forehead towards your shins, planting your hands. Walk back, jump back, going through your vinyasa. Again, remember, you can always skip it. Exhale, stretch back. Inhaling, left leg up. Again, bend your knees, stack your hips. Nice, slow control movement. You can start to come onto your fingertips, maybe bringing your foot behind, parallel your feet, all 10 toes pointing back. Lift your hips, arch into your spine, dropping your head back. Enjoy the view for a moment, using your core muscles, nice and slow. Coming back, left hand onto the floor, three-legged, stepping all the way through between your hands. Coming into your twist. Maybe going further, you can go again for your side plank, your version. So modify to your own needs. Lifting your leg up. See if you can slowly step forward. And then we release, hand to the inside of the foot. Turning all the way around to the right side, parallel your feet. Now this time you can interlace your fingers behind your back, maybe going the odd way, the one we're not used to. Stretching your arms back. See if you can keep pressing your palms together, elbows nice and straight, and you let the crown of the head work towards the floor, rolling your shoulders forward. Keep smiling. Keep lengthening into the spine. Every inhale into the legs, back of the legs. Every exhale, see if you can soften on your hip level, shoulders. One more breath. Nice and slow, releasing hands under your shoulders, turning your right toes, right hand on the inside of the foot, inhaling left arm up. Slowly release from your front foot, and we can take a vinyasa, stretching your right leg back, maybe keeping it up for a three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, look up, exhale, stretch back, down dog. Inhaling left leg up. Exhale, step forward right between your hands, rising up, high lunge. Opening out, warrior two. Flipping your front palm, your reverse. Keep the bend into your front knee. Coming back, warrior two, parallel your feet. Heels in, going into a horse pose. So now this time, bringing your hands behind your head. See if you can touch your shoulder blades. And then coming down as much as possible. See if you can bring your elbows out. So we're opening through the front and we keep breathing. Maybe even taking one last Kapalbhati. Exhaling, compressing the navel out the nose. Deep inhale, arms out. As you exhale, you can re-straighten your legs. Parallel your feet, turn your right toes, bending into your front knee, maybe flipping your warrior, reverse. As you exhale, windmill your arms down, framing your front foot, stepping forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, bending into your knees. Now see if you can come onto your toes as you bend into your knees, lifting your heels, your balance. Just finishing off with a little balance. Fingers to the floor, or maybe you can even straighten your spine, bring your palms together at your heart center. Just watch your breath. Notice what happens through your mind. Trying to stay balanced and stay together, even when things are moving fast. Notice how important the breath is for your balance, be it physical, emotional, mental. And then nice and slow, you can come down onto your buttocks as gracefully as possible, maybe still with a smile, and then come down onto your back, bending into your left knee, right ankle on top of your left knee, interlacing your fingers, so threading your right arm through your legs. You can interlace your fingers behind your knee, in front of your shin. Keep flexing your right toes, and you want to be working your right knee away from your chest. So if you can lie back, so you might want to be pushing your right leg with your right elbow as you pull your knee towards your chest. So your left knee towards your chest. The left knee is moving towards the chest. The right knee is moving away from the chest. One more breath. Nice and slow. You can start to release, keeping your number 4 shape, left foot down to the floor. You can extend your arms out, and you can, again, keeping your number 4 shape, start bringing your right foot towards the left, so sole of the foot onto the floor, keeping your shin vertical as much as possible, so right knee right up to the sky, and then you can turn your head away from your knees towards the right. You want to be thinking of relaxing your right hip down as much as possible. Pressing your right foot into the earth. Nice and slow as you inhale, coming back to center, extending your legs up. We're taking a little happy baby so you can get hold of the outside edge of your feet, keeping your lower back in contact with the floor, shoulder blades into the floor, nice and relaxed. You just work your knees towards your armpits. Nice and slow, you release. Right foot onto the floor, number 4 shape with your left leg. Flex your toes. Again, take your variation, back of the knee, front of the shin. Again, working your right knee towards your chest, left knee away, so use your elbow if you need to. You should be feeling a good stretch into your left hip, left glute. One more deep breath. And then right foot onto the floor. Again, keep your number 4 shape. Arms in T-shaped position. Nice and slow as you exhale, you can place your left foot onto the floor so that your left foot takes your right knee down. Again, keep grounding into your left hip as much as possible as you turn your head towards the left, away from your knees. Just a couple of breaths there. And then you can slowly come back. You can take another happy baby. If you want to go further and take halasana, you can take a little further inversion, bringing your legs over your heads. You can touch your toes towards the floor. If it doesn't, that's okay. Doesn't need to. Maybe still a little bit stiff in the morning. I know I am stiff in the morning. I just can't get my toes to touch the floor behind in the morning. In the evening, no problem, but just not in the morning. So again, honor your body, recognize what's your limits right this moment. And then very slowly rolling your spine down. If you're into happy baby, you can straighten your legs, reaching your arms up and just shake your legs, shake your arms, and then slowly release. Shavasana, couple of minutes where you can let go of the breath. Any thoughts? Just relaxing completely. If you have any thoughts, see if you can find that pause, that gap between each thought. And just try to focus on that gap, letting that gap linger, lengthen, so that you rest your mind, really allowing for the body, the mind to heal. And the mind is busy, stressed by many different things. The body and the mind does not heal. It's very important to take these moments of rest, of quietness, away from all the noise of life, so that you keep your body and mind in check, regenerating. Nice and slow, coming back to your breath, deepening the breath in through the nose, into the whole body, and out the nose. Your next inhale, stretching your arms overhead. The exhale, you can roll over onto one side, taking a couple of breaths in a fetal position. Taking your time to come back to this reality. Again, we take the time so that we try not to jerk the mind, nervous system after the relaxing time, rejuvenating time. When you feel ready, still with your eyes closed, you can press your hands into the earth that supports you, coming back to a comfortable seat with your palms together in front of your heart, acknowledging that breath that nourishes your heart with oxygen, prana, new life. So making sure that you can breathe in oxygen at all times so that you continue to nurture your heart. This is where your soul resides. This is not just for the body, also for your soul. Keep up the thumbs to the third eye and we bow in gratitude to the divine light that surrounds us and resides within each one of us. Hari Om Tat Sat. Peace, love and light. If you're blinking your eyes open when you feel ready. So that's it for today. Just to make sure that you got the message, I'll just repeat. I know you might feel that I brag a bit on some of the things. You want movement, but in the breathing there is movement. And as much as you want movement of the body, because you know that if you stop moving your body, then there's not much life. More important is the movement of your breath. If there is no movement of the breath, there is definitely no life, because you move your breath before you move your body, isn't it? So once more, just make sure that you can breathe and breathe. Oh, sorry, what did you say? Just breathing, all right? So making sure that you have as much as possible the ability to exhale the crap, the CO2, and inhale oxygen, fresh air. Stay safe.